Stop the FOMO! The Sony Bravia 8 Mark II, Roman numeral 2, part deux, stared down the Bravia 9's 22-bit mini-LED Canon and did not blink. In today's HDR torture test, Sony's latest qd-oled matched its flagship mini-LED TV, Specular Slam, HDR Pop. Sony's qd-oled TV finally did it. Are you ready for the ultimate sibling rivalry between two of Sony's best flagship TVs ever? Because by the end of this video, you will know exactly which one is best for you. Hey friends, want to upgrade to Windows 11 Pro but can't afford the official price of $199? How about $21 or Windows 10 for $16 with my discount code SF20? Thanks to our sponsor, Whokeys. Yes, Black Friday is here. Get an additional 30% off with my code SF20. Go to Whokeys.com, add Windows 11 Pro to your cart, apply my discount code SF20, and bam, only $21. Here's how we activate it. Go to your Whokeys account at the top right under User Center, click on My Purchased Orders, click on View Keys and Code, click Get the Key, copy the Windows 11 Pro key under Code Card, then go to your system settings, scroll down and click Activation, click Change Product Key, paste the key code, click Next, and you're done. So don't miss out on these amazing deals. Click on my links in the video description below. A quick refresher. The Bravia 9 was released in 2024 and it was Sony's best HDR TV ever made. It was the mini-LED TV built for HDR shock and awe. It had 22-bit backlight control for HDR impact, micro-dimming finesse. It came so close to OLED TVs and continues to be my favorite mini-LED TV of this year. And the 2025 Bravia 8 Mark II, well, this is the true successor to the Sony A95L. Although it was released in 2023 when it won the King of TV shootout, it won again last year in 2024. The only shortcoming of the Sony A95L was that it didn't have the HDR impact, that oomph, that 3D pop that the Bravia 9 actually has. And so the question is whether the Sony Bravia 8 Mark II delivers that impact, that boom, that bam, that the A95L couldn't quite achieve. And today, we're going to check that out. Beginning with the standard for bright HDR content, head-to-head using Jennifer Gala's HDR Reels. Scene after scene. Check this out. The Bravia 8 Mark II's improved brightness keeps pace with the Bravia 9, both blazing. Yes, both TVs had their firmware updated and were matched to the exact same settings. Professional mode, gradation preferred, brightness maxed out. And even sometimes the Bravia 8 Mark II appeared to edge ahead slightly of the Bravia 9. And sometimes when the highlights are small enough, it definitely edges ahead of the Bravia 9. It's only when the window is a bit larger, like 10%, then the mini-LED wins. But look here, the Bravia 8 Mark II, right there with the Bravia 9. Courtesy of that beefed up 2025 qd-oled stack. Color saturation, oh, it's there, and what a strength that is. But the Bravia 9 is still pretty good, not washing out at the brightest level. Both TVs holding color saturation very well even in the brightest scenes. As you can see, on-axis viewing, that gap between OLED and mini-LED getting tighter and tighter. But notice I said on-axis viewing, right? Off-axis, a little bit later, you'll see what happens when we take them off by 45 degrees. Now let's check out sports and SDR. Let's hit free TV with Google Fast, also known as free ad-supported television. For maximum sports, punch, and brightness, both TVs are set to vivid mode. Full screen white that you see in certain advertisements or hockey, the Bravia 9 will dominate. But football fields, tons of grass, limited white, lots of green, they're the same. I'm shocked. The A95L never got this bright, no matter the color. Check out this FIFA soccer game. The Bravia 8 Mark II is right there with the Bravia 9. I bet if you measured it, it wouldn't be more than 5% difference. Practically invisible from the couch. Channel surf to news and documentaries and check it out. The Bravia 8 Mark II keeps up more often than not, looking nearly identical. Maybe dropping here and there, but unless they're side by side, you're not going to notice that difference. Now let's compare them in standard mode when you're watching normal movies in a bright room. Switching to Rambo First Blood, check it out. The Bravia 8 Mark II, same brightness as the Bravia 9, except in this scene where the Bravia 9 shows a slightly brighter white lantern. Yeah, that Bravia 9 definitely pops whites a tick harder, adding depth, a nice mini LED flex, even in SDR. Now let's talk movie night. HDR Impact. The movie is alpha. Everyone's favorite 4000 nit grade movie to compare HDR Impact, and the Bravia 8 Mark II hangs in the mid-tone brightness, but as the windows grow larger, the Bravia 9 edges forward. Look at that sunrise in the background, large bright window, and the reflection off of his face, also bright. The Bravia 8 Mark II can't quite keep up here. The Bravia 9's sheer nit power feels big, cinematic HDR pop. But that's on angle. What if we went off angle around 45 degrees? Let's see what happens in this same scene from alpha. OLED's secret weapon wakes up. The Bravia 8 Mark II preserves 100% of its color saturation. Skin tones stay natural, contrast rock steady. The Bravia 9 loses a shade of saturation. The skin is less warm. You notice that? A touch less skin tone. So when does off-angle viewing affect you? Well, basically, you're in a large room, you have chairs here and there in the far corners, right? 30 degrees, 45 degrees off angle, you'll notice this, and OLED is for you. Unfortunately, the Bravia 8 Mark II only has two sizes, 55 and 65 inches. If you need 75 or 85, you're going to have to go with the Bravia 9. And as long as you're somewhere in front of the TV, maybe off by 15 degrees, you're okay. But if you're off by a lot more, you're going to have to get an OLED TV to preserve that color saturation. So, has Sony finally unleashed the power of QD-OLED? If this comparison is anything to go by, the answer is absolutely yes. I am impressed. The Bravia 8 Mark II is right there. And the Bravia 9, well, I was shocked to see that it's holding its own against an OLED TV on angle. Now, you're asking, wait a minute, but which is the true flagship TV? Well, if a backlit remote is anything to go by, then the Bravia 9 may be slightly more flagship because it comes with a backlit remote. Now for the Bravia 8 Mark II, you could order one separately, but what it comes with, sadly, is not a backlit remote control. So if you define flagship by backlit remote, well, Bravia 9 is it. But me, I like to say it's all about image quality. Wait, I know you're saying, what about the LG G5? That 65-inch TV is coming into the studio next week, but is it truly flagship? Because it also doesn't have a backlit remote control. So next week, maybe the week after, will be the battle of the flagship OLED TVs without backlit remotes. Until next time, let me know which Sony TV do you want in your living room.